You ever feel like you're just drowning in your own technology? Like you spend all day fighting for your own attention? Well, there's this really powerful Swedish concept that might just be the answer we're all looking for. Today, we're going to dive into something called Lagom Engineering. It's all about finding that just enough sweet spot to finally beat digital burnout. So let's start with a feeling I think we all know way too well: digital overload. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's that constant buzz in your pocket, that never-ending scroll, that nonstop pull on your attention that just leaves you feeling totally and completely drained. I mean, seriously, think about it. Does your phone feel like a helpful tool, or is it more like a really demanding boss that never ever sleeps? If you feel stressed out by it, I'm here to tell you, you are not imagining things. That anxiety, a lot of the time, it's a deliberate part of the design.
And this whole problem actually has a name. The source material for this explainer calls it hyper-optimized attention traps. I mean, that just nails it, right? These are digital spaces that are meticulously engineered, not for our well-being, but to capture and hold on to our focus for as long as humanly possible.
So how exactly do they do it? Well, it's kind of like a three-pronged attack on our brains. First, you've got the constant sensory noise. Autoplay videos, flashing ads, all that chaos. Then there's the friction of having way too many choices, so many options that we just end up paralyzed. And of course, the big one, that endless river of notifications and alerts, where each little ping just shatters our focus into a million tiny pieces. And here's the crazy part. This isn't just in our heads. It has a real physical effect on our bodies. All that digital chaos keeps our bodies in this constant low-grade state of alert, and that causes chronic spikes in cortisol, which is our main stress hormone. We are, quite literally, being stressed out by the very technology we use every single day.
Okay, so that's the problem. But what if there was a completely different way to approach this? Let's switch gears and look at a potential solution, one that comes from a really simple but profound Swedish philosophy.
And that philosophy is Lagom. And this doesn't mean minimalist or bare bones. It just means appropriate, balanced, just enough. It's really the art of sufficiency. So the big question is, how can we take this amazing cultural idea and actually apply it to the absolute chaos of our digital lives? This is where the philosophy gets really practical. We're talking about taking that just enough principle and using it to actively design our digital tools and how we work with them.
The goal here is actually pretty simple and direct. It's to reshape our digital world so that it serves our needs without completely overwhelming our senses. It's about flipping the script. Instead of building tools that demand our attention, we create tools that protect it.
So how do we actually do this? Well, Lagom Engineering really boils down to three core steps. First, you strip away all that friction from having too much choice. Second, you engineer what are called intentional constraints, basically creating helpful boundaries instead of endless rabbit holes. And third, you prioritize only the absolutely essential features, giving you just enough to get the job done right. And you can really see the difference side by side here. The typical hyper-optimized design gives you endless choices and the maximum number of features, all to grab and hold your attention. But Lagom Engineering? It's the total opposite. It uses intentional constraints and just enough functionality to give you your focus back. It's a complete reversal of the goal. One wants to maximize your time on screen, the other wants to maximize your success and actually respect your time. The result of this huge shift isn't just a cleaner-looking app or website. Nope, the payoff is so much deeper. It targets the very source of our digital stress, and it helps us reclaim the one thing that matters most: our focus. I absolutely love this quote from the source, because it just connects all the dots. By deliberately designing for calm, we neutralize the sensory noise that triggers chronic cortisol spikes. Think about that for a second. We're not just managing a few notifications. We are literally calming down our own nervous system.
So what's the actual payoff for your brain? Well, first, you get a much calmer experience that gets rid of all that sensory noise. That, in turn, restores your cognitive clarity so you can actually think deeply again. And the ultimate prize? You get to reclaim your focus for the things that truly matter to you.
Okay, so now that we get the principle, it's time to make this personal. How does all of this actually apply to your digital life?
Just take a moment and really imagine that. What if every single app, every website, every device you used was designed from the ground up to help you do what you need to do and then respectfully get out of your way? How would that change your day? How would it change your stress levels?
So here's the final thought I really want to leave you with. What does just enough technology look like for you? Is it a phone with way fewer apps?
Maybe a simplified setup for work. Answering that question for yourself, well, that's the very first step toward finding your own digital logom. Thanks for watching.